Salisbury Center, powered by Monster Energy. Hey, let me tell you something. It's that time of the year. You smell it in the air. It is football season. We got, man, this is the great. I'm off tomorrow. I don't have to work. I'm off Monday. And what do we got tonight? We got college football. We got college football tomorrow, or Friday night, Saturday all day. Game Sunday. Got it game Monday. I mean, this is one of the best times of the year. Get on board. Let's pick some winners. Let's find some winners. We're going to have a lot of fun. Join the chat. I got my man Justin in studio. What's going on, my friend?
Doing pretty good. Got a little wet today. No.
You know, what? It's been now what? The last 3 weeks, we've had a tropical storm. And, man, what's going through Manassas right now, man? It is. Are we in monsoon weather?
I think so. We need the rain, though, so it's okay.
I'll tell you, lightning. I know the high school here at Osborne was supposed to kick off tonight football. I don't know if that's going to happen. The lightning is just insane right now. It is. I picked my daughter up at practice, and the lightning was just, it's every second. I mean, and it's like you feel like it's going to just strike something. We can hear it's pouring out right now. So Hopefully our connection's good. But hey, everybody, get in the chat. Let's talk some football tonight. We're going to recap week 0. We got some big games we're going to try to break down, talk about. We're going to get in the NFL. That's next week. And then, I mean, we'll try to do a little exciting news in Major League Baseball down here. Dylan Cruz is finally up. Justin's going to go into that a little bit. So everybody, let's have some fun. We're going to go about 40, 45 minutes to an hour. Let's have some fun. So week 0. I tell you, week 0, the dogs were barking. Dogs were barking. The big game was over in Ireland. You had Georgia Tech, Florida State. I went 2-0 in bets. If you follow my bets, I had Florida State team points under. I had the under for the game. Man, Florida State got out real quick, went right down the field, got a 2-point conversion, 8-0. Georgia Tech went right down. I was like, well, there goes the under. The under didn't look good. But, man, Florida State, I don't know. Got really, they were supposed to be tough in the trenches, and I surely didn't see that. Georgia Tech, I like the quarterback King's really good. The running backs played good. So Florida State, not that good. DJU struggled a little bit. I don't know. I just don't know if the guy's been at Clemson, looked like he was going to be a superstar, went out to Oregon State. I thought he was average, and maybe it's going to continue to be average on that. New Mexico, I gave out the team under last week. Man, they were up on Montana State. Big. Montana State came back, got the win, but New Mexico covered the 13.5. Nevada, another team that's going to be really bad. They were beating SMU. That was the one I lost. I had team points. I thought SMU was going to score some points. They did not score points. And then the late game, if you stayed up at like midnight, Delaware State covered the 40.5 against Hawaii. And, I mean, they were missing flights, and we didn't know what was going to go, but they covered. Dogs went 4-0. Justin, did you catch any of the week 0 games, or did you just kind of keep an eye on the old phone?
I just kept an eye on, watch the scores, and I didn't get a chance to watch the game because I was working the fights this weekend.
Oh, yeah, big fights. Yep. I heard that was crazy.
It was. We had a lot of drama.
A little drama. Yeah. Life's okay with drama sometimes.
Yeah.
What's up, Ken? Ken's in the chat. Yeah, FSU was outplayed, Ken. I agree, Ken. I think overall they just weren't there. They got manhandled. It sounded like everything they thought they were going to be able to control the trenches, and they just didn't do it. They didn't do it. And DJU I don't know if he's the answer. I thought it was going to be a motivated team. A lot of people said motivated team because they got screwed the year before, going undefeated. They lose Travis, the quarterback, and a lot of people thought, man, motivation was going to be high. And maybe it still will. Not saying the season's over. You expand. They can still maybe get in. One loss is not going to do it for you. So, all right, that was week 0. Let's get in, man. We got a couple games we're going to just cap really quick. If you're in the chat and you want my opinion on a game, I got it. Trying to get numbers out. I'm going to get some plays. I'm on a play tonight. I'll give it out here in a few. We got noon, Clemson, Georgia. Wow. Here we go. Clemson's 14th in the country. Georgia, number 1. I mean, both teams bring back, a good amount of guys. Georgia is loaded, but Georgia has such a hard schedule. The schedule is just so tough. Dabo, man, I'm going to ask Justin here. What's your opinion on the NIL about these teams like bringing in, paying people to come into their school? Are you on board with that in college sports, or are you one of these people that you're like, nah, I don't like that?
Are you talking about like paying players to come in?
Paying players. Yep.
I mean, I'm okay with players making money.
Okay, you don't care?
Nah.
Nope, make the money.
Yep.
Make the money. Well, Dabo does not. Dabo's one of these coaches that he's just recruiting and he's trying to keep his players there, and he's not big on trying to bring people in. So we'll see what happens there. But, you got a really good Georgia team. I'm going to try to look up the line here. I did not update my lines here today. I've been really, really busy. But I think overall, this one, what's going to happen here? You got a Clemson team with K. Klubnik. Can this guy be the star? This guy was supposed to be the star, and I'm just not sure if he's going to be. They got a great running back, close to 1,000 yards. He's coming back. You got Brown Williams, the wide receivers. They brought in some 5-stars, man. You got Moore and Wesco, I think is his name, coming in from Clemson. But are they good enough in the trenches against this Georgia team? That's the thing. Carson Beck, close to 4,000 yards last year. ETM comes in from Florida. I'm not sure if he's going to play. He had a little bit of problem, I think, driving. Everybody that goes to Georgia has driving issues, so I'm not really sure about that. But the offensive line brings guys back. Defense only gave up 16 points last year. This is a team, Georgia, this motivation's going to be there. They were not in the Final Four last year. They lost to Bama and did not get in. Schedule's tough. I do have a play on this. I have not put this out on anything, so I'll break it right now in Notebook Wagering. I have the under 48.5. I think offenses could be a little slow. I think we saw it in some of the games last week. I think Georgia's defense can be really good. I think Clemson's going to be fired up early. This could be a slow start, and hopefully, I think Georgia pulls away, but hopefully it's a slow start. Are you a fan, Georgia?
Yeah, I think they're a good team. Yeah. I'm definitely going to be watching this one.
Oh, yeah.
I'm excited for this.
It's a noon game.
Yeah.
This is in Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia. This ABC. All right, man, I know a lot of my buddies are on this, and I know a lot of people are going to be on this, and I got some numbers on this. I got to find it. Penn State, West Virginia. Man, let's go. Franklin, 11th season. Man, I don't know. I'm just not a Franklin guy. But Neil Brown, I got some numbers on Neil Brown. Neil Brown from John Ewing put this out. Game 1 in seasons. Neil Brown, 2-7 ATS. Whew. But man, and I got another number. I think it was from John Ewing. Let me, here we go. Top 25 on the road against unranked teams. They're 20 since 2005, 29, 40, and 3 ATS. So who are those teams that are in jeopardy here? Penn State and Miami. So we'll get in that Miami game in a second. But again, Penn State and all these people on these, over the years, everyone rips on me. And I, grew up there. I interned at Penn State. It's a good team. They got a good offensive coordinator finally in from Kansas. Drew Aller's in there. Allen, Singleton, Fleming, the transfer from Ohio State. Warren's a very good tight end. Tom Allen, the former coach of Indiana, is the new defensive coordinator. Carter is a stud. But, man, this West Virginia team, Garrett Green's good. White's a good back. Offensive line's back. Phil Steele loves this offensive line, very high. Frazier, the rookie on the Steelers, was another guy from this offensive line, but they're good. Depth could be an issue. They brought some people in. I think this one's close. That place is going to be fun. You ever been down in that Morgantown area?
Yeah, my sister actually went to college there.
Oh, really? Yep. Okay, so...
I went to a couple games.
Oh, great atmosphere.
It is.
Have you ever burned a couch?
I did not.
You know about that, right? When they get big wins, they start just sending furniture and couches on fire in West Virginia. Love it. My buddy that up at Slippery Rock, Slippery Rock Baseball used to go down and do security there. He told some great stories. He's like, you'd be down on the field and you would just hear like batteries whizzing by your head. He said it was brutal. But hey, tough environment. We'll see what happens. Maybe we got to do a notebook wagering trip, and we'll get Justin back in Morgantown. We can get down there and set some couches on fire. You know there's going to be some couches set on fire if they get a big win here. So, all right, there's the next game. Florida, Miami. Oh, my goodness. Let's go to chat. Ken's going crazy here. I love Ken. Ken's always going. Georgia has a big chip on their shoulder, and they basically playing a home game. Yeah. Just, hey, Ken, can we just get the under 48.5, please? Just start taking knees if you have to, if it gets out of control. I think West Virginia keeps it close. I'll take West Virginia plus the 8. Yeah, that's a good bet, Ken. A lot of people on that. And you know me, I'll throw one good teaser out for the weekend, and that one I'm eyeing up to even take West Virginia up more in that one and try to match it with one more team. I like that one. I think West Virginia keeps it close. I think Penn State wins the game. All right, Florida, Miami. I know Q's all fired up for this one. He's not happy with me because I did an August 11th money line bet on Miami. I think it's minus 135 off the top of my head. But I will say this. You got two coaches, Cristobal, Napier, both third year. You know, man, that's a big year. Billy's 11-14, 2 seasons for him. Cristobal's 12-13 at Miami. This is the one right here. This is one of the most intriguing games because who loses this? Does it spiral out of control? It could. Florida has one of maybe the hardest schedule in football, and Miami's brought in everybody with cash. Dabo doesn't want to do it. Miami's believing in it. Cam Ward right now is by far the highest paid probably player in college sports, or at least college football. I don't know what he's making, but I've heard that from many sources that he is probably in all time. He's making the most what they brought in. They brought in Martinez, the running back from Oregon State, another really good player. Defense, they brought people in. So this is the team. Mertz had a great year last year too for Florida quarterback. So good quarterbacks in this game. ETM again left, went to Georgia. I'm not sure about the other guy. He's been questionable for Florida, the running back. I had him on one of my fantasy teams. But this is a team that Florida, you know, they lost 5 games at the end of the year. They gave up a lot of points. They played a lot of young kids. Can they build on that, and can they really push that forward and get some wins this year? Tough schedule. This is a big win. If Florida can get this big win because they got an easy one the following week. Miami, same thing, because this a lot of people are high on Miami. I think Miami can win the ACC this year. And again, here's the thing. What team's in better condition, Justin? But it's supposed to be 90 degrees. You know, here's the thing with Florida. Florida, a couple years ago, Utah had to go down there. So that was a big advantage for Florida when it's 90 degrees and you have like a team from Utah that's coming in. Well, this is Miami and, you know, Florida. They're both used to this. So we'll see who's conditioned, who's going to be up there good for this. I like Miami. I think it's a close game. I think Miami gets the win. Ken, any Heisman favorites for a future play? Ken, I did not take one on this. Yeah, I might take a flyer in the QB from Utah. Yeah, Rising's back. He's been there for like 20 years, it seems like. Kid's really good. Last year, if you remember, every game it was, is he coming, is he coming, is he coming? And then he didn't come back. I like it. So that's a good one. Cam Ward's another one, Ken. Anybody that's listening, I'd take a chance. I think Cam Ward could put up big numbers, but it could spiral out of control. If they lose this game, the pressure on Cristobal could be really high in that. So we'll go from there. Let's throw this one in before we go, and I hit the Notre Dame game, and then we'll just try, you know, the couple of the games tonight. I want to get my one play in. It's about 13 minutes. Let's go Michigan, Justin. You're a Michigan guy. Maddie, that's not with us tonight's a Michigan guy. I am. They play Fresno State. It's 21.5.
Yeah.
I know you're starting to dabble in a little bit, maybe making some bets here. Would you lay the 21.5 with Michigan with how much they lost?
I would. I really like their running back.
You like their running back?
Yep. I think he's going to take off this year. He's finally getting his chance. I think they're going to run the ball nonstop.
Okay, can I ask you, do you like their quarter? Who is their quarter?
I have no idea.
I have no clue who their quarterback is. Maybe I'm just out of the loop and not really diving into Michigan's football right now. Is it Orgy? Is it what's the guy from like India, like Tuttle or Turtle or Tuttle? I don't even know. Can you check up their depth chart? Can you see who that is? I don't know. Michigan, I think defense is good. It's a 7:30 game. Ken, you're in the chat, man. Let's go. You're up on Michigan sports, man. Who's their quarterback? It all came out to, now there's all kinds of like Netflix special on that guy that supposedly they were cheating and stuff like that.
It shows Orgy as their number one.
I like him. Big kid, big arm, can run. Ken says Warren.
Huh.
Okay. I can't wait. I can't wait to watch Michigan. I just to see where they're at, what they're going to do there. So, all right, as we're looking that up, another game I have down, Notre Dame, Texas A&M, 7:30 Saturday night, ABC. You got Elko coming from Duke. Maybe not the first choice by Texas A&M, but he's a good coach. Guy's a really, really good coach. And again, Notre Dame, they went and got Leonard. Leonard was the quarterback at Duke. So now the Duke quarterback went to Notre Dame. Former Duke coach went to Texas A&M. I don't think that's going to be a big thing. Like, he's going to know what the kid's going to, like I know how he plays and everything like that. But this Notre Dame team's good. Both quarterbacks, A&M's, Notre Dame, both coming off injuries. I think the big thing here in this game, and I know a lot of guys I do some other stuff with love Notre Dame in this. I already did an August 11th money line play on Texas A&M. It's kind of gone in my direction. The offensive line. You're going against an offensive line that I'm just not sure on with Notre Dame against a great defensive line with Texas A&M. I think it's a low-scoring game. I would keep an eye on the under. Warren is the transfer from Indiana. Okay, I didn't know that. Maybe I just haven't dove into... Maybe I'm just that a little bit like I think it's going to be not the greatest year for Michigan. So, all right. So my advice with this game, I think Texas A&M wins. I think it's close. I think it's a lower scoring game. But the atmosphere, the home field, I think it's going to be... I just think it's going to be too much. I think Texas A&M wins in a squeaker. A couple other games. You got the one LSU, USC. My advice really fast is I think it's high scoring. I think it's going to be a high scoring game. Both good offenses. I'm intrigued to see what kind of defense they have at USC with the defensive coordinator that came from UCLA. And then we got Florida State Monday night. Let's see how they come back from Ireland. Can they take care of business against BC? All right, we got some games tonight. Justin, let's go to the scoreboard, my friend. What's going on with the games? Couple games.
So right now we have
Oh, I see a couple dandies.
I don't know why
We're losing connection. Okay. Yeah. I got it. Not a problem. Rutgers up 17-7. Wake Forest 7-7. North Carolina A&T. UCFF up 13-0. Bowling Green. Bowling Green took the opening kickoff. Fordham kicked off, and they ran it back for a touchdown. There you go. So the game I'm on tonight, there's a couple good ones. I'm on Jacksonville State, 8 o'clock against Coastal Carolina. So jump on board with that. I got that at minus 155. Rich Rodriguez, if you remember Rich Rodriguez, he did a little Michigan stint. He was a Michigan coach for a little bit. They were 9-4 last year. Good dual threat quarterback, two good backs. I think the one is banged up, but good defense. I like them. I think they win. Coastal Carolina is a good team, good program. Quarterback, though, McCall is at NC State now. The guy that stepped in last year played well. I think Coastal gets a win. I like them. I gave that out. North Dakota State, Colorado is the one that everybody's got to keep an eye on tonight. What's your opinion on Dion?
I think everybody is. I think he's popular because of his name. and he played in the NFL. I know he got the kids hyped in the beginning, but I don't know if he really does that much. I think he's just a popular coach. I don't know if he knows what he's doing. We'll see how it pans out this year, but I think they lost a lot of games last year.
They lost a lot of games last year.
Yeah.
He was good. He was at Jackson State, and his son, that's the quarterback at Colorado, was there too. Little bit competition down a little bit. Colorado last year, yeah, he really came in last year and really just kind of, I'm going to change the program. You're not that good. I'm bringing in my people. Mm-hmm. And everybody was all about them. And there's still people this year saying that they're going to be in the playoffs, and their win total's like 5. I don't see it.
Right.
So you think he's all talk?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing too. You can't really criticize him. Did you see the story where a guy out there in Colorado works for CBS, but it's like the local affiliate of Colorado or CBS in Colorado. Colorado, the main CBS came out and ranked him as like a lower tier coach, and he didn't like that. So the guy was trying to ask him a question, and the guy said, I work for CBS, blah, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. And he's like, I don't talk to you. I'm not talking to you anymore. And the guy's like, well, what are you talking about? I didn't write the thing. I just worked for, and he goes, and Dion tries to go into this big, like, oh, I love you. I respect you, everything, but I am not talking to you. So that's what he's doing now. So you can't piss Dion off at all.
So anybody that says anything bad about him, he's not going to talk to him.
I guess not. And then it came out, Justin, throughout the summer, some of these guys have left the program. One guy wrote and said it's one of the biggest circuses that he's ever been involved with. He said his son, the quarterback, was being a bully on a guy, like smacked a guy a couple times. And he said there's guns and there's money getting flashed around. Now, again, that's all. I'm not saying that's happening.
Right.
Just throwing it out there, what I've heard. So, I don't know. And listen, if you look again at theirs, they have a tough schedule. And I know, and this one opened. I got my notes all over the place here. Let me get my notes. There it is. It opened at 8.5. This morning was at 10. Now it's 10.5. Now, last year, John Ewing put this out. Favorites. When they were favorites last year, they were 1-2-1. As a dog, they were 6-2. Oh, they're a favorite tonight. They're the most bet team to cover tonight. I want to throw this out, too. Got another little note. There it is. I think it's Guy Haberman put this out on X. My buddy Fred, that's a listener. Thanks, Fred. Thanks for sending this to me. So the FCS teams, they don't have communications in their helmet. Mm-hmm. When they play the FBS, they can, but they got to pay for it. So a lot of these teams aren't going to pay for it because it's only one game. And I'm not sure what the price tag is on this. Well, North Dakota State paid it because this team's one of the best programs. They've been winning national championships left and right. So we'll see. I'll get in the chat here in a second. So where are we going? I'd love to bet this game. I stayed off this. A really good friend of mine I know took the team points. Colorado, if you can get it, it was like 33, something like that. He thinks they're going to, and he made a great point. He said they want Sanders in this Heisman talk. So let's really push this and light it up a little bit. We'll see. But I'll tell you, if it goes bad tonight, it could go bad. That goes back to that Florida statement I said. Miami, whoever loses, it could go bad quick. And Dion, again, he starts losing a lot of games. It could get ugly. All right, let's go back to the chat. Ken, I think 21 is too much. I think Michigan wins by 17. Yeah, I think it's a lot. White House Sports, what's going on? Thanks for being here. Heck of a storm in D.C. How's the weather? It's good for you all. It's not.
Yeah.
I mean, we can turn this into a weather for. What do you hear, Justin? What's in the background right now that we can hear?
I can hear the thunder over my headset.
So those helmets range in between 600 to 850 a helmet.
Wow.
With that system built in.
Great job. It's John. Great stuff there. Thanks for chiming in.
Now, that's to buy it, so if they're paying like a rental per game, probably a little less, but who knows?
That's all I got today, and they said they're going in, and that program has to have money. I mean, that's not this. This is not the school of the blind showing up and playing at all. Playing Colorado tonight, man. This a legit program. Interesting game. Can't wait to track it. Again, Jacksonville State ready to kick off. A lot of these games are getting pushed back, just to let you know. It sounds like it's, hey, White House Sports. Hey, I guess in the D.C. area, in Manassas, up in Minnesota, that game was an 8 p.m. kickoff. It's at 9 p.m. now. I know the NC State game got pushed back, I think, a little bit. There's a lot of games getting pushed back because of lightning all over the place. So, all right. I'm excited. College football. We'll try to break down every key game. Next week, it's going to be crazy because we'll have NFL too. So, all right. Is this all? I'm going to have to ask this, John. I'm sorry. Is this all big read? I'm doing this whole read?
It's the full read for them, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just scribbled out the one part. Just put your show.
Yeah. Okay. Just making sure. All right, everybody. We're going to talk NFL. And again, this is an exciting time of the year. Exciting news. We're thrilled to announce our partnership with the best Bet Stamp and Sign Up Expert, opening up an incredible opportunity for you to join some of our favorite sports books to get the best odds and new user offers. Head over to our dedicated page, signupexpert.com/wildstyle network, to explore a selection of sports books tailored to your region, each with its unique offerings. If you're ready to take your sports betting to the next level and show some love for this notebook wagering and Wildstyle Network, we highly recommend signing up for your next sports book through our Sign Up Expert link. You can easily find it in the description of this video. And remember, when you sign up for a sports book or DFS, you're using our link and supporting us and helping us be able to continue bringing you great content and, more importantly, great picks. Thank you very much. Jacksonville State's going to be the great pick tonight. Money line, get on board. Great time of year. Bet Stamp, absolutely. Check it out. Let's find some winners. NFL. Let's go NFL time. So what'd you think of Commanders? Big win Sunday night.
Yeah. It's the Patriots, so it seems like I'm reading now the Patriots picked Brissett to start instead of May. I'm a little surprised by that, but
Okay, so let's go with that for a second. I think Brissett got hurt in that game. May had a good game against the Commanders.
Yeah. They even called back a touchdown. He should have had another one.
So it's probably just throwing the veteran out there. And then when they're 0-4, then it will probably be May. Do you think that's just probably just banking a little bit, the rookie getting a little bit more to sit and watch the game on the sidelines for week 1, week 2, maybe?
Probably. But I think they're going to be bad either way, so I would just put him out there. But, they're probably just letting them sit back and learn.
So if you're a GM, that's what you like.
Yeah.
You're one of those people, too. I'm kind of like that, too. I think back in the day, it was more kind of have him sit like, you had Brett Favre, Green Bay brought in Aaron Rodgers, and he sat.
Mm-hmm.
And then the same thing with Love. And the only thing about that anymore, and I kind of go with what Justin just said, is some of these teams, you don't have a lot of time. And they turn these guys quick.
Well, they make so much money now. If you lose the beginning years, when they're rookie contract, by the time it's time to re-sign them, you don't know what you have.
You're done.
So you have to put them out there.
Yeah.
So.
And that's the weird thing that we said about Penix when he got drafted by the Falcons. We were like, well, you got Cousins.
Right.
Now, why you're going with Penix then in there too? So now the kid's going to sit, and if things are going well with Cousins, he might not see the field now forever. So Justin, I'm right with you. I like what the Commanders are doing. They're getting hit. Oh, of course he had to get out there and play. Right. So, but I know Jess isn't going to be happy. Is Jess in tonight or no? No, John's saying no because Hartman got cut. Hartman got cut by the Commanders.
She's going to be heartbroken.
She's going to be heartbroken. I don't know if he made the practice squad.
Oh, he's on the practice squad.
Oh, okay. Oh my goodness, everybody. Woo-hoo-hoo. Hartman he's still on the practice squad.
I love it when a pretty boy goes down.
Oh my goodness. That guy's too good looking not to make anything, man. You know, that guy ain't flipping burgers at McDonald's. I mean, he might have had a nose spray ad or something. He might have had a J.C. Penney underwear ad going on there.
Little Calvin Klein or something.
Yeah, I mean,
just slide right up.
I mean, good things happen to good-looking people. Remember what David Lee Roth said one time, and this is for the stand up and shout guys. Doesn't matter if you win or lose, it's how you look. So just remember that, everybody. If I can teach anything to the youth of America right there. All right, let's go. So next Thursday, Baltimore, Kansas City. And I haven't dove into any of this yet. I'm not giving any plays out. I have some opinions. I got to really dive into it over this weekend. But right now, Justin, -3, Kansas City, 46.5. Where would you lean? Let's just do leans. I got a couple games down. Let's just do some quick leans. Who do you think's going to win in that game? Any thoughts?
This is a tough one for me because I really like what Kansas City did with the wide receiver room. But man, Baltimore got Derrick Henry. That's big for them. They finally have the back can take a lot of the load. I'm going to go with Baltimore with this one. I think Kansas City usually starts off slow because they know they're going to make the playoffs. Their division's not that good, so I'm going to go Baltimore in this one.
So you're going to say Baltimore's going to win the game outright?
Yep.
Wow, I like it. Justin's firing, man, on the NFL. Yeah, this is tough. I mean, I'm a money line. I mean, that's a tough thing. I'm a big teaser player in the NFL. I like to play teasers in the NFL because they are so close. Sometimes too, when you get that -2, -3, 3.5, watch the hook, take the money line in that. So, yeah, this is tough. I mean, you remember what was that? Was that 2 years ago when the Lions beat, or was that last year?
I think it was last year. I think 2 years ago, Baltimore beat KC in the opener.
Okay.
Or maybe it was 3.
But the Lions beat Kansas City, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Last year?
Yeah,
We're
last
going
year.
last year? Okay. All right, let's get in the chat real quick. Ken, I buried those years at Michigan fan with Rich Rod was there. Yeah, you know what though, Ken? I'll say this. Those years when Rich Rod was there, it was tough. We weren't winning. But man, those were exciting games. They were like 60-something to like 48 every week. They were fun. It was like Mountain West football. It was like the MAC on Tuesday night. Those were fun. Mike, what's going on, my friend? Anytime the Patriots lose is a win in my book, even if the Commanders get a win out of it. Ken, so you have two washed up running backs. Does that make a good one? Ken, what team's that? We've been throwing out so many teams. Put that in the chat. What team are you talking about with the 2 washed up running backs?
It was right before you mentioned Jessica's guy.
Oh, Hartman. So you're going Commanders with the 2 washed up running backs? Ken, just put in what team. I'd appreciate that. What's the top 3 for the night? And bets tonight, Mike? Cooks and Zeke. Oh, yeah, Dallas. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, let's Mike. Hey, Mike, are you talking about tonight? I'd have to say top 3 college plays tonight for me. I have not looked at. I think there's 2 major league plays. I haven't had time. It's just been crazy. My daughter's made the high school team. Road trips this week, man. It's just been insane. So Cowboys, yeah. Let's hit on that, Mike. I'll throw a couple more out, man, real quick. Just leans, not official plays. I'm only on Jacksonville State tonight. Oh, football movies? Oh, we could do that. Football movies? Yeah, we'll throw that out. We can do another top 3 real fast. Football movies. I think we've done it already, but we can name a couple. Yeah, Zeke, Cooks. Yeah, what's going on there, man?
I mean, they had to do something. If they were going to go into the season with just Zeke, I don't know if they were going to, get 1,000 yards out of the running back room. But we'll. I think Cooks is a better option than Zeke. But he's right. They're 2 washed up running backs.
You know how bad my one fantasy is? I have like Zeke's like my top running back. Justin busting my. You know what? All right. it's whatever. Okay. All right. So here we go. Let's do. You know what? You know what I love. You know what was one of my favorite things last week was the rapid fire quarterback calls last week. We did Commanders. I think we're going to do the Pittsburgh Steelers. We're going to do 40 seconds Pittsburgh Steelers, and I did not look up any Pittsburgh Steelers. We're going to do that in a couple minutes. That was a lot of fun. We'll rapid fire Pittsburgh Steelers quarterbacks over the years. That was so much fun. That was one of my favorite parts of the show last week was rapid fire Commanders quarterbacks. And Ken was firing from the chat, man. Just firing, guys. Love it. We'll do Steelers in a second. All right, so let's go. How about this? I was like looking at the dates. I'm like, okay, Thursday night. And then I'm like, what's the date on this? There's a game Friday night.
Mm-hmm.
I was not aware of that, Justin. Where's that game played? Is that that's in another country, I think. It's one of those weird that they put the game somewhere crazy.
Yeah, Friday night is Mexico, I think.
Down in Mexico. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
It's Packers versus Eagles.
Yep. Okay. Right now, 2.5 Philly, 48.5. Well, there you go. I mean, no home field here. I mean, I don't know yet on this. This one, no home field. I mean, you know me, I'll probably be, by Friday night, I'll be probably betting this game. But right now, let's do a quick lean. Who are you taking, Justin? I'm going to go Kansas City real fast to beat Baltimore next week, money line. I don't know what it is. I don't know if they'll cover the 3. I like money line. Okay, I'm going to go Justin real quick. Philly, Green Bay. Spread, who's going to win the game?
I'm going to go Philly.
You're going to go Philly?
Yep.
They're going to cover the 2.5? They'll win by more than 2.5?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm kind of leaning Philly, too. All right. Steelers, Atlanta. Mike says, you know the top 3 game you used to do at the end of the show? Yeah, it's top 3. We were doing that with movies and stuff. Yeah, we'll bring that back. We could do football movies off the top. We can rapid fire some football movies too at the end. We're having fun tonight. We got a little bit of time. Steelers, Atlanta. We do whatever the chat tells us to do. We love the chat. You're not winning the fantasy league, Ken. No, not in that one, Ken. I'm not. Probably not. Hey, Ken, I do have unbelievable wide receivers, though. So, it's like it's like a Band-Aid on the situation. Go, John.
Who did you pick for defense on your fantasy?
Oh, I got 3. I'm in 3. I'm in 2 college leagues. I can't even keep track, man. Try to do everything with like the podcasts I do and gambling, and then try to do that. It's just kind of, it's to the point now. I just kind of, there's been times that I've completely sometimes forgot to put a roster in on some of this stuff. Life comes at you fast, John. I had the Steelers, though, in a couple. 1 or 2. And then I think I have the Jets on 1. Why? Who'd you get?
Honestly, I haven't even looked. I set it to auto pick after the first 5 picks, and I haven't logged in since. I'll let you know by the end of the show.
Okay, so I think that's a great question. Are you in fantasy?
I used to play a lot. I'm not this year.
Okay, you're not in one, but let's do this to the chat too. Are you big on doing the auto draft, or do you have to make every pick? I'd love to hear it in the chat. Justin.
I'm not doing auto pick.
You're not doing it?
No.
Why is that? You just got to make every pick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm the same way with you.
Even though I lose all the time, I have to make my own picks.
Yeah. Yeah, I do too.
I tried to give Justin my log and let him draft for me, but he wouldn't do it. He's like, "You got this."
You got it.
Meanwhile, I'm texting a group chat, texting everybody.
No, but you got to do it. You got to do it. If you're,
I just want to demolish the family league. That's it. I just want to shut up some of the chatters.
Okay. Well, you got to keep us updated how you're doing. We'll break that down. Maddie loves fantasy. Maddie's big in fantasy. All right, Steelers. Hey, you know what it sounds like? Russell Wilson's the main quarterback. It does sound like Justin Fields going to get some action. All right, I'll go. I'm a Steeler guy. Oh, you know me. I'm going to take the +3. Steelers are going to cover, sprinkle a little bit on the money line. Justin, what's going to happen in that game?
I'm going to go Falcons here.
Oh, Justin.
I think it. Well, okay, if Cousins is playing and he's healthy and everything's good, I'm gonna go Falcons.
Okay. Yeah, they're going to be a good team.
Yeah.
I think they're going to be really good. All right. We'll do rapid fire Steelers quarterbacks in a second. All right. Before we hit the DC, we'll do the DC game last. I think this is an intriguing game. And I think there's a lot. I mean, I didn't even put down on the note card the Jets. Jets play San Francisco. Justin, give you a second to find it. There was some breaking news before we got on the air tonight. The saga, the soap opera, it's done. He's not coming to Pittsburgh. He's not going to Cleveland. He's not coming to D.C. Justin, do you have it?
Yes.
Okay, go for it.
Brandon Ayuk is staying with the 49ers. He signed a $120 million extension for 4 years, making $30 million a year. That is a big contract.
That is. Do you think he's worth it?
I don't know about 30. I mean, that's a lot. I know Jefferson is kind of setting the tone on that, but that's a lot of money for a receiver. They're not getting the ball every single down. They're not throwing the ball. So yeah, I would have kept him around 20 for the wide receiver room, but that's a lot of money.
As another nice boomer just went through, and the lights kind of flickered there. So hopefully we stay on. If we got a little bit more time with you, so hopefully we can stay on here in the great weather of Manassas, Virginia. But, yeah, I agree with you. When he was supposed to come to the Pittsburgh, I was kind of like, man, we need all the help we can get at wide receiver. So I was but then you look at the contract that he wanted, I was a little nervous.
Yeah.
So now, again, I think the Steelers should have done something because I think the Commanders brought in Brown, I believe,
right?
A guy that just got released, and they brought him in, and the guy's not bad because Matty went on a rant last week about their wide receivers, and he didn't think they were going to be very good. They brought someone in. I think Pittsburgh. I don't know if they put it all their eggs in one basket, like the saying says, and they whiffed. Maybe they did. But we got to move on. So, all right, let's go. But again, another who's Trent Williams not showing up for camp in San Francisco either.
Yeah, he wants more money. I think all his guaranteed money is gone, so he wants more. I don't know if you've taken a look at some of their players on their roster, though. I mean,
go for it.
Nick Bosa is making $34 million.
Brandon Ayuk
now 30. Debo Samuel almost 24, just shy of 24. Trent Williams is making 23. Hargrave 21, Fred Warner 19, McCaffrey 19, and George Kittle 15. And then next year you're going to have to think about signing the quarterback. That's a lot of contracts.
His game kind of looks a little like Tom Brady in the sense where
you got to put all your chips in the middle, and you better win it.
Yeah, I mean, if they don't win it this year, they're going to have to get rid of some of these guys.
Yeah, it's going to be bad. So I like the Jets. I like the Jets in week 1 against them. I would do the line. I'd sprinkle money line. Now you're going to say, oh, you don't know about Aaron Rodgers. And yeah, I know. But Aaron Rodgers is Aaron Rodgers. So I'll go on from there. Let's go Commanders, Tampa. Sunday. A week. Not this Sunday. I wish it was this Sunday.
Yeah.
And more games. Let's go. Tampa's minus 3.5. Over-under's 43.5. All right. DC, Commanders, Redskin fan. Are you gonna be the big homer like me with the Steelers? Take the line. Sprinkle the money line. It's going to be all good.
Normally, I'm not. I really like the roster moves they made this year. I think they're going to win this.
You think they're going to win this? All right. I'm going to take Tampa. I like where I think Matt made good points. I'm a little worried about their wide receivers. I love the quarterback. I think the kid's good. I like the coach. I think things are in the right direction. I just think this is a tough spot on the road. You got the hook, though. I'd look for money line. And I don't know if I brought this one up. I just think this is intriguing. Dallas Browns. Because I got to find it. Let me flip back. Here's the quarterbacks that didn't play in preseason. Aaron Rodgers, Deshaun Watson, Jackson from Baltimore, Herbert, Prescott, Hurts, Cousins, Goff, Murray, Stafford. let's see what these guys do. I mean, you can say whatever, but I think a little bit of time. I was pissed off with the Steelers, and I lost the bet. That's why I was probably mad. But Wilson, first drive, went down, threw a nice ball to Pickens, third down, big completion, they score. Fields came in 14-0. Then they kind of one more, and I wanted Wilson a little bit more. I really did. I just didn't think the team was clicking enough. I think Wilson should have played a little bit more. I wanted to see Fields then more. They yanked him, and then they went with, then it was Allen, and then it was Plumlee and everything like that. And then, they lost it. You lose a bet, you win a bet. That's the way, as a gambler, you got to kind of do. It looked good. I was up 14-0. I had him with Dallas, though, money line parlay, and Dallas lost, so it didn't matter. But we'll see. I'm worried. Hopefully, I know I came on the show many times, said Wilson's going to be great. Fields will come in, be fine. They're banged up a little bit. I'm not sure about wide receiver, but okay, that's going to be a lot of fun next week. We'll dive in. We'll really have some games. We'll break down some more. We'll have more predictions, everything like that. All right, let's do this. We got about 10 minutes. I want to talk real fast about Major League Baseball because I know Justin came in all fired up about the Nats with their young studs coming up. I want Justin to have a little rant on that. We're going to go rapid fire. We did this last week. A lot of fun. I'm going to get on the clock here. We'll get the stopwatch. Ken, everybody in the chat, but Ken, you were on fire last week. Pittsburgh Steelers quarterbacks. Don't look them up, Justin. No cheating. I didn't look anybody up. If you have to go blank, we're just going to blank, man. We're just going to go. So we can go back as far as you can go. And I'm going to, in my brain already, I'm going back in the 70s. 40 seconds. Let's rapid fire Pittsburgh Steelers quarterbacks as fast as we can. Are you ready? Ken. Here. Oh, Ken. Too fast. Ken, slow down. Here we go. Ken has a great cheat sheet, man.
Yeah.
I'm not even trying to look right now in the chat, John. I need like a divider.
I think I'll run the clock. I'll run the clock so you don't know it either, so you're under the same amount of pressure as Justin.
Oh, look. I'm not trying to cheat, people. Ken, thank you, though. He just took it off.
I took the chat away. We'll make it all fair.
Away. Okay.
All right, ready? Timer starting now.
Terry Bradshaw.
Rudolph.
Yep.
Rudolph. Mark Malone.
Dixon.
Dixon, good call. One of my favorites of all time, Bubby Brister.
Roethlisberger.
Tom Zach. Michael Vick. Duck Hodges.
Smitty's up 2. 20 seconds left.
We're just trying to get as many. Man, Mark Malone.
Leftwich.
Byron Leftwich. Neil O'Donnell. I want to look at Ken's cheat sheets.
Oh yeah, Pickett.
5.
Pickett.
4.
Mark Malone.
3. 2.
I think we did pretty good. That's good.
Great thing is I'm over here like, I have no clue if you're right or wrong, but I'm like, okay, next person, you got one. Go, keep going.
Ken goes, I promise I didn't look any up. Good job. Slash, we missed Cordell Stewart.
Oh, yeah.
We did this last week with the Commanders. It was, who did we miss? Let me just see. Tom Zach. Ken, that's horrible spelling on his name, by the way.
What team was it again? I'll pull up real quick.
Pittsburgh Steelers. I love the spelling, Ken. Okay, so Tom Zach, check. Malone, check. We got Brister, check. Slash, we missed. Ken, good one. You had great last week. Big Ben, check. Kenny Pickett, check. Mitch Trubisky.
Yeah.
We're doing quarterbacks, right?
Yeah.
I got it right here. How far back do you want to go?
70s.
70s. Okay, so you have Bradshaw, 1970.
Gets the interception and almost takes it to the house.
Stout.
First year at UCF for the
Mark
Cincinnati
Malone.
transfer, 7th career interceptions. Led the Bearcats
Buddy
last year in
Brister,
tackles and
Neal,
tackles for loss.
O'Donnell.
Third trip into the red zone, and it doesn't
Cordell
get much
Stewart,
better than this
Tommy
for a drive
Maddox,
start. First and goal from the 3.
Roethlisberger.
Charlie Batch.
And nice yardage on first down. Opens up the playbook, and they'll try to open it up. Down the sideline, into the end zone. Does he have it?
Oh, man, that's so much. That's a fun game.
You think you do another one back to back?
Another team?
Yeah.
Oh, we can do another team.
That was kind of fun.
Yeah.
Jack got into it.
Okay, let's go. Let's go. What team we're gonna do?
Give me a second. I'll do.
I
have something randomized
I'll be
real quick.
very honest. I did not look up anything this week. Going, okay, we're gonna knock down the Steelers and we're gonna throw a lot of names out. We can do another one. I like doing the rapid fire quarterbacks, and then we'll do the MLB, and then we'll do for Mike. We'll throw out some quick movies, favorite football movies, real fast. Got a team, John?
Minnesota Vikings.
Oh, Lord. Justin's
Oh, man.
Man, oh, man. I'm trying. Okay.
I mean, I think I know 3.
Ken, don't worry about it, man. I'm a worse speller, too. Sorry, I was just busting you a little bit, man. Okay, Ken, everybody in the chat, we need help on this
Minnesota
one.
Vikings starting the clock.
Well, hold on here. Hold on. Minnesota Vikings starting the clock. All right. Now I might need him in this one. All right, let's go. Minnesota Vikings.
Starting now.
Dante Culpepper.
Oh, man. Nick Mullins, I believe, was there.
Kirk Cousins.
Frank Tarkenton, I think, was there. Case Keenum was there.
Brett Favre.
Brett Favre was there. J.J. McCarthy. He did preseason, so I'm going to throw him out.
Man, who was before Favre? Did you say Case Keenum?
Kirk Cousins, Wade Wilson, Tommy
Wilson.
Kramer. There we go. Are we done? Are we out of time?
Yeah, timer up. Timer.
Okay.
Ding, ding, ding.
Okay, so Ken came in with Tommy Kramer, Wade Wilson. All right, can we look it up real quick? Rich Gannon. Oh, man.
That'd have been a good one.
I got a list up for you. I got Culpepper, Cousins, Brad Johnson, Favre, Travaris Jackson, Warren Moon, Christian Ponder, Joe Knapp, Gus Ferrotti.
Farad. Yep. Those were good ones. Who was the name? Ponder.
Donovan McNabb.
That might have been there.
He's on there.
McNabb was there?
Yeah.
Yeah, McNabb might have been there.
Huh.
Christian Ponder. That was a good one.
I should have remembered Jackson. That's when I really started watching football.
We didn't do very good with Minnesota.
Yeah.
Gonna go for a third one. Spin that wheel again.
Let's go one more. We'll fire one more. Let's go.
All right, let's see if we give you the sound effect.
Oh, we got the wheel. Oh,
I got a wheel.
Oh, my goodness.
Denver Broncos.
Denver Broncos.
Man,
Man.
they've had a lot of bad ones.
Yeah. Okay.
You want to take a respin? Just the one
No,
respin?
let's-
Okay.
no, I got a
Denver
couple.
Broncos starting the clock. 3, 2, 1, go.
John Elway.
Russell Wilson.
Bubby Brister.
Manning. Peyton Manning.
Peyton Manning. Good one. Ober. Oh, man. Ober. He played at Arizona State. Real tall kid. Ober or something. Give me half a point. Zach Wilson.
Yeah,
He's there
Zach
now.
Wilson.
I don't know.
Jay Cutler.
Jay Cutler.
Jay Cutler's a good one. Yes, Jay Cutler.
He was there for a while.
Yeah, Jay Cutler. Oh, man.
10 seconds.
Oh, man.
Go on. What about the guy that did like the Jesus pose?
Oh, Tim
Oh,
Tebow.
Tim Tebow.
Tim Tebow. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I don't.
Ken.
And time.
Jake Plummer.
I almost say you and Ken need to go head to head here.
Yeah.
Who's? I know. I mean, I got to get a half a point. So can we pull up who their quarterbacks are? It's Ober. He played at Arizona State. Real tall guy, big arm, never amounted. Craig Morton sounds like a pro wrestler, like one of the, I don't know, like Rock and Roll Express there.
Here's who I have: Elway, Manning, Morton, Plummer, Grease, Johnson, Jay Cutler, Trevor Simon, Kyle Orton, Russell Wilson, Tebow, Drew Lock, Norris Weesey, Case Keenum, Teddy Bridgewater, Pete Lisk, Brock Osweiler.
There he is.
And
There he
Steve
is.
DeBark.
Osweiler, yeah. He played at Arizona State, yes. Teddy Bridgewater.
I was trying to think who you were talking about, but I remember
Bridgewater,
yeah.
yes. All right, we'll come back.
You want to go up against Ken in the chat live?
No, I'm good.
You and Justin?
I'm good. I'm good right now. We need Maddie. Maddie would be throwing out some random. We'll do 2 or 3 next week.
This is fun. I like this.
I like the random, the spin of the quarterbacks. I like it. We'll keep a couple for next week. We'll get Nails back on with that. Man, I just love the names that we missed. Then you're like, oh man. And I like how, again, I just used Bobby Brister again. Brister seems like he's been everywhere. So, all right, we got a couple minutes. We're gonna do top 3 really quick for just some. We're gonna rapid fire some football movies real fast before we're out of here. Have some fun. But the Nats. Big story, baseball. Hey, great job, Pirates. Ken wrote me the other day in the chat and said, man, Smitty, I think it's done. Big lead. They blew it to the Cubs. Justin, are you pumped? You got Cruz up. You got Woods up. How exciting is this area right now? I mean, the season's about done, but there is some excitement. They're playing hard. What's your overall thoughts?
They're doing exactly what I wanted, play the young guys. Their entire team, besides when they brought out a pinch hit, I think everybody was under 26 years old. Their DH was 26 and their catcher. Everybody else is 24 or younger. So I'm real excited about that. You have Tenya playing third base, Cruz right field, Wood left field, Young in center field, Nunez at shortstop. I'm excited about this team.
Yeah, Abrams is a good young guy. I mean, Abrams, how old's he? He's 20.
I think he's 20. Yeah, 25. I think.
I was going to say 25, 26 off the top of my head. Yeah, I like what the Nats are doing. My thing with the Nats is they got to get some pitching, though. You know, I on the radio, you hear a lot of people going, Gray's coming back next year, Gray. Well, you know, Gray's coming off an injury, and was he that good? I mean, I think he's average. I think he's a good 4 to 5 starter. Gore, I'm a little worried about Gore. I think Corbin will be off the books finally next year. Hopefully, get him out. Hey, great pitching though against the Yankees.
Yeah,
they took 2 out of 3 against the Yankees, and he actually pitched really well. So
I think he's won back to back now.
He's pitched okay. Yeah, he's pitched okay. You got to get out of that big contract.
Right.
Get him out of that big contract. Maybe go relocate. Go to a different spot. Maybe he'll come back and be a good 4 or 5 guy for a team, a contending team. Hey, if Rich Hill can keep pitching. Rich Hill's 40. Rich Hill's about 44, 45 years old.
I'd be surprised somebody picked him up.
He is. He just got picked up.
No, I'm talking about.
Corbin.
Yeah, Corbin. He's lost. He doesn't have it anymore. He's lost his stuff.
I'm just saying, if Rich Hill can still, Boston Red Sox just brought Rich Hill back.
Yeah.
So we'll have to see. So that would be what's this? I do too. What are we doing here? Love this game. Ken, I love this. Ken, we try to come up with fun games, man. We've done the top 3. We've done the movies, the rock show. And that was just jokingly last week. Let's random fire. And when I went home, Ken, I thought it was fantastic. I like trying to just pop up as many people as we can do. So maybe we'll just do random. When we get into basketball season, maybe we'll do random basketball. And my mind works in weird ways, man. I come up with the stupidest stuff of all time to think of that we can do on this show. So love the game. Let's keep the quarterback, naming the quarterbacks. We're doing pretty well. All right, let's go rapid. We're just going to, I don't think, we don't have time to do, we're not going to go, my number 1 is this. Just football, movies for Mike. Off the top of your head, I got to get. I'll go right in. And this wasn't our rankings. This was John, about a year.
I have our show notes from when we did this last time for everybody's top 3.
Okay, throw it out there then.
All right, so Smitty, your top 3 was Friday Night Lights, the program, to Varsity Blues being number 1. Mm-hmm. Matt threw in number 4, Necessary Roughness. Varsity Blues, Remember the Titans, and the program, and that was our 2. I don't have my notes, but I remember the program is the one I've never seen. I still haven't seen.
I got that on tape.
And I might need to go check it out. I think I said this last show when we did this.
Do you still have a VCR? I'll bring it in.
I do. I got a beta player still.
I got it on tape. It's great. Justin, football movies then. Okay, so The Rookie. Let's get you on this top 3. I know it's tough, but 3 movies that you really like football-wise.
Friday Night Lights is one of my favorite ones. I like that one. I like Remember the Titans.
That's a good one. Yep.
I had to look it up because I forget some of the names. I mean, hey, I'm a Adam Sandler fan, so I like The Longest Yard. Blindside was good to me.
Did you like The Waterboy?
Yeah, I mean, it's a goofy movie. You know, he's got a lot of goofy movies.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like Adam Sandler. But yeah, I think top is probably Remember the Titans and Friday Night Lights.
All right, Jeff's coming in.
I got a couple. Waterboy, it's funny. Brian's song, sad but awesome.
Yep.
And All the Right Moves.
Oh, All the Right Moves is great.
Any Given Sunday, I think that was like one of my favorites.
That's a good one
off
too.
the top of my head.
Yeah.
And Jeff, All the Right Moves. So a girl I used to work with, that was filmed in in Johnstown, PA. So a lot of the stuff in that, she knew exactly what
Pittsburgh area, yeah.
Yeah, it was right outside Pittsburgh and Johnstown. Yeah, a lot of that stuff. Yeah, that's fan. I had that on tape too, John.
I'm surprised that's not your favorite because it's from that area.
I love that. I have it on tape.
I think Little Giants was my number one when we did this last year. Stupid movie, I know. I like it. I remember I liked the stupid cartoon Disney movies.
I think we were busting you a little bit because you were that big Disney guy.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
Jeez Louise, dude. Disney left and right, John. But that's okay, John. It's your top three.
I forgot about Rudy. That was a good one too.
Rudy's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rudy's good. You know what we got? With Jeff being right there, me and Jeff were texting the one night, and we were saying, because my email, I have a little Haim in it, and Jeff, maybe the smartest man in the room, goes, Corey Haim fan. I'm like, yep, Corey Haim fan. One of my favorite actors of all time is Corey Haim, man.
Cut on to it because I was a big fan too.
Yep, and we got to do Corey Haim top three. So right now, maybe next week, if everything's good with the show, we got if Jeff, we got to make sure Jeff's in studio. Corey Haim top three movies, man.
I'm on it.
Okay, I'll keep that updated, and we got to do that. So everybody, if you have not checked out Corey Haim's movies, I don't know what you're doing. R.I.P. Corey was fantastic. Corey Haim, Corey Feldman. Corey Feldman's, have you seen, the Rock Show needs to break down some of his appearances playing music. I'd like to hear this guy's comments on Corey Feldman's music. So, hey everybody, fun show. It was a lot of fun. Rapid fire. Ken, get ready. We'll spin the wheel of destiny next week. John will do it, and we'll try to bust some more, but we'll break out some college. Real quick, Justin, can you get to the scoreboard before we get out of here? I'd love to hear a quick update on some 4 or 5 scores if we can. But everybody, again, BetStamp, check it out. Get involved. Be smart. Throw a little bit of money down. Sign up. Help us out. Make you some money. Check out all the different BetMGM, FanDuel, everything. DraftKings, do everything that you have to do. Try to win some money. Check out my social media. I'll be putting plays out. It's a lot of fun. Just be smart about it. Don't lose your house. Overall, what's the scores, Justin?
Rutgers are up 31-7. They are running all over them.
That's a big line, 30.
Yeah. North Dakota State is up 10-7 on Colorado.
Woo! Dion.
Yeah.
How about Jacksonville State? Dion, man, that's gonna get bad. No go on that? Can't find it? Okay, not a biggie. Go, you're in top 25. Hit all the games.
Yeah, I went full scoreboard.
Dion, man, that's going to get, whew. I think my buddy Nick's going to win that bet, though. I think that could be high scoring.
10-3 right now.
Who's
10-3.
winning?
Okay.
Jackson State has 3.
Oh, that ain't good. That
1
ain't
minute
good.
left in first quarter.
All right, that ain't good. Defense. Whew. Let's get back. Let's get it back, boys. All right, everybody. Thank you so much. Thanks for being here. A lot of fun, just fun stuff tonight. Fun show. We'll come at it next week. College football, NFL football. But everybody, check us out. Justin, any last words?
No.
Ready to watch the Nats?
Yep, I am.
Okay. There we go. Nats fever, man. Everyone's catching it down here with the young guys. So everybody have a great weekend. Have a great Labor Day weekend, and we'll talk to you next week. Always bang your bookies.
Thanks for listening to the Notebook Wagering Podcast. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any episodes, and be sure to follow @Notebook Wagering. Until next time.